So, what are the qualifications for earned income tax credit? Why, as a tax pro, it's very, very important for you to know. Because if you want to be due diligence compliant, you have to know what the requirements is for your client to actually qualify for the 4 credits and the HOH filing status. But today we're talking about the earned income tax credit. So, how do you know your client qualifies for the earned income tax credit? Well, one thing is they have to have a qualifying child. So whatever a definition of a qualifying child is, that has to check off. Number 2, they have to meet the test of qualifying for earned income tax credit. And it's 4 different tests that have to be met. One is the age test. The age test is a qualifying child that is 18 or and younger, or they're between the ages of 19 and 23 and a full-time student. Then you have the residency test. The residency test states that who the taxpayer, whatever dependent they are claiming, that they actually live with the taxpayer over 6 months out of the year. So that doesn't mean that your client can have a mother and father. You have a mother and father, and they both have the child, or the child live with them both half the year. It has to be over 6 months out the year. Then you have the relationship test. Now, mind you, the IRS have different types of relationships in reference to you be able to qualify be a qualifying child for the EITC. Now, I don't want to go over that long list, but I'm going to tell you what's not on that list. And that is a cousin, and that is somebody's child that you might be in a relationship with. That means you don't have a relationship. They don't have a relationship with them. And then the last one is joint return. What joint return pretty much means is that the qualifying child that the taxpayer is claiming, that ultimately they cannot file a joint return with their spouse or qualify to file a joint return with their spouse if they're married. So you should be asking on every client that has a qualifying child that is legal age of being able to get married, or is your dependent married? So you can determine whether or not they meet the joint return test. Now, at the end of the day, it's very important as a tax pro, you know what the qualifications are, because a lot of tax pros are getting fined because they don't know what kind of questions to ask their clients. And the reason why they don't know what kind of questions to ask their clients is because they don't know what the qualifications are.